Welcome back to the channel. Let's cook, let's eat. Everybody repeat. It's Vittles time. Alright, I need y'all to hit that like, that share, and that subscribe button. In today's video, we are going to make some gumbo. So we are doing light roux versus dark roux. That's what we are doing. So first thing first, let's go ahead and clean our chicken. We're going to remove the skin. I like to use chicken thighs. But you can use chicken legs, any part of the dark meat, yes, use it. If you use the white meat, know that it's going to be dry, because this got to cook, okay? And we don't like no dry meat in our gumbo. Alright, we cleaning them, we removing our skin. How you doing? How your mama and them, your dad and them, your aunt and them? Have you checked in on yourself? Have you checked in on somebody else? I pray that you have. I just want you to know that you are loved. First thing first, we're going to add in. I already said first thing first, we're going to clean the chicken. But next, second thing, we're going to add in some bacon grease to our pot. You don't have to use bacon grease. You can use olive oil. It's up to you. We're going to cut up our onion, bell pepper, and celery. And we're going to add them to the hot bacon grease. That's what I'm doing right there. So that was the celery. This is the bell pepper going in. And next, it will be the onion. Okay? I pray that you are touched by the good Lord himself from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. In Jesus' name. Now, we're going to stir that around. You don't have to add no salt, no pepper, no nothing right now. Just stir that around. We're going to let that cook for about, I would say about 10 minutes, if that long. Let's just say 5. 5 minutes on medium heat. While it is cooking, we are seasoning our chicken. Please add some seasoning. If you want to know what seasonings I use, child, I use whatever was in my pantry. I use some onion powder, garlic powder, some Tony Saccharide, some season oil by McCormick, not Lawry's, because that's too salty for me. But I use McCormick season oil. And we're going to get that moved around. We're going to get that put throughout that chicken, because guess what? We want some seasoned food. We do not like to go to flavorless town. We like to go to flavor town. Yes, we do. All right? If you ain't seasoning your food because you got high blood pressure or whatnot, then, I understand, baby. Don't season. Just eat you some seasonless gumbo. Ooh, child. I ain't better to do it. But you do you, and look out for your health, okay? Because it's important. All right, so that has been cooking. Honestly, that cooked about 8 minutes. Now I'm going to scoot it over to the side. I'm going to add in my chicken thighs that has been heavily seasoned and set over to the side to marinate for a little bit. Going to add them in there. I want them to cook just a little bit, not a whole lot. I just want to kind of brown them a little bit, if that makes sense. Will I make all of them brown? No, because this is a deep pot, and them a lot of chicken thighs. To be honest with you, there's a lot of chicken thighs, darling. Because I like to have meat throughout my gumbo. Okay? So we're going to brown them just a little bit. And when I say just a little bit, I mean just a little bit. Now we can stir them all through, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, which is onion, bell pepper, and celery, We're going to add in just enough water to cover the thighs. So if you got a really deep pot, you're going to have to eyeball it. You're going to have to, watch what you got going on. Now we're going to add in a whole bunch of bay leaves. You can count yours out. You see I threw another one in there. This is a jalapeno pepper to add spice. It didn't add no spice at all, I'll be honest with y'all. I like to use habaneros. And normally I use 2 habaneros. But because the customers that I was serving, they had couldn't take a whole lot of spice. I just used the jalapeno pepper. But I'm going back to what I know, and that's my habaneros. 2 will make it spicy. 1 will make it spicy. Got that? All right, this is down home sausage, darlings. Down home sausage, my favorite sausage out of Louisiana. Some people like D&D. I like down home. Okay. I live by it. I swear by it. If you are in Dallas, Fort Worth, and you are near a Brookshire's, guess what? They got down home sausage. The only store in the area that has down home sausage. Okay, if you can't get to it, you can order it online, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe you can order online. All right, now we're making our light roux. This is a light roux, as I have said before. Y'all see me add. Now, this is only 4 tablespoons of flour. Just 4. In this one, it's going to be a light roux. It's not going to be thick. It is going to be a flavored gumbo. Very flavorful. Extremely flavorful. And you see what we're doing. I add a salt, pepper, and a little bit of Old Bay. And I'm going to cook the flour, cook the flour, cook the flour, cook the flour until it turns a darker brown. But it's not going to be as brown as you will see with the dark roux. So stay tuned. The dark roux is at the end of this video. All right, I'm going to add some of the chicken stock that we already have cooked. And remember, that chicken stock is packed full of flavor. Y'all saw all that seasoning we put on that chicken. Trust you, me, darling. It's flavor in that pot, okay? And I do mean a freaking lot of it. Now we're going to pour that into our gumbo. I call it our broth, which is the starter. I always start mine out with a broth. I don't use that store-bought broth because it don't have the flavor I need. I make my own broth, as you have seen. And we're going to cook our sausage, and we want to cook our sausage long enough for some of the grease to come out of the sausage into the pan. Because we're going to use that grease, as you will see. You know, I'm calling it grease, but baby, honestly, that's flavor. Those are called flavor juices. You see that right there? Those are flavor juices, honey. If you do it your way, then do it your way. And I know somebody say, well, that ain't how my big mama made it. That ain't how. I am not your big mama, child. I ain't her. Okay? I've been making it like this for decades. And guess what? I have never, ever had it where it did not turn out delicious. This is a step-by-step for the people that got ADD and ADHD. Step 1, step 2, step 3, follow instructions. All right, do not pour that freaking grease off. That flavor juice. Don't pour that flavor juice off because now we're using it for our okra. That way you don't have to add in any salt, pepper, any of that to your okra. Okay? If you don't want to have okra because you think, oh, it's going to be slimy. My gumbo is never slimy. You know why? Because guess what we doing? We cooking the slime out of the okra. You have to cook the slime out in order for it to not be slimy. Okay? You have to cook it out. It takes freaking forever. This video going faster than what it actually take in real life. We're going to add 1 can of Rotel. Tomatoes. You can add the spicy if you want to, have a spicier gumbo, which I like it spicy, child. Give me a box of Kleenex and a bowl of gumbo. Let me tell you something. Baby. Yes, indeed. Yes, Lord. But I digress. We didn't make it spicy this go round for this one here because we were selling it. We sold it. That's what happened. All right. Keep cooking that okra. Turn it on medium heat and just let it cook. Let it cook. It's going to take you probably about a good 45 minutes to cook all of that slime out of there. You're going to have to move it around the pan and keep moving around the pan. Towards the end, turn the heat on high. And it just keeps stirring it. Don't walk away. You cannot walk away, child. Please don't walk away. Please don't walk away. This is a labor of love. Gumbo is a labor of love. Okay? It's a labor of love. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. You just have to. It is what it is. You see the slime, when you move it around, that's how you can tell you have not cooked all of the slime out yet. Keep moving it around. I know you tired. I know your arm is buff now, and I understand. But do you want it good, or do you want it great? Okay. It'll be good, but it's going to be a little slimy if you stop right now. But it'll be great if you keep going, turn the heat up on high. You see the steam coming off the pan? That's because I turned the heat up on high. And now, look at it. No slime. Look at God. Look at God. Won't he do it? All right, so we're gonna scrape all them nice juices out of there because guess what? That is flavor. I use the exact same pan the whole entire time, so I'm only using 2 pots, right? So I'm using the big pot, which is my soup pot for my gumbo, and I'm using that one pan to whatever I need to fry. I'm frying it in that pan because that pan has seasoning in it. Look at that. Now I'm gonna add a little more seasoning. That's called bacon fat, aka bacon. And I'm adding my shrimp. I know y'all was like, well, where the shrimp? Where the crawfish? Where the crab? We didn't put no crab. Cause I asked, do y'all want some crab? They said no. Cause guess what? You add crab, the price go up. Groceries are high right now. And I'm charging. I'm not finna do all this cooking, go to the store, buy the stuff, bring it, cook it, season it up real good for y'all, and then put it in the container, bring it to you for the low low. No, 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 no. It don't work like that. But I tell you what, baby, I sold out. Look at God. All right, y'all seen what I put on there? Some seasoning, okay? If you cannot get a hold of that seasoning in your local grocery store, guess what you can go do? Herbco.com. HERB.co. Nope, said it wrong. Herbco.com. HERBCO.com. There you go. They got all the seasons you can ever think of in the world. I promise you. Order your some. All right, we're going to get that stirred around. We're going to turn the heat up on medium high. We're going to cook our shrimp. Now, for the people that's allergic to shrimp, what I did was I cooked my shrimp. I set it aside. And so for the containers that I made with the shrimp and the crawfish, because you'll see me add the crawfish here shortly, what I did was I just added the shrimp and the crawfish to the container and not the pot. Because I was trying to be, not trying, I am allergy conscious. And I ain't got no time for nobody. Eyes, throat, nose, all that swelling up on your girl. All right, now our shrimp are done. You do not have to cook that shrimp for a long time. I promise you, you don't. Shrimp cook fast. Crawfish cook fast, okay? I left the seasoning in the pot. I did not pour that out. That's not nasty. That's seasoned, child. It's called flavor. Now we're going to add in our crawfish tail. I did not use that whole package. Them things is expensive, child. That package, the thing was $16. So I used half the pack. Ain't nobody crazy. Child, I cooked out that one pack 3 times. Ain't nobody crazy. I'm not doing that. All right, so we're going to stir that around. Remember, that is seasoning already in that pan from the shrimp. It's okay to mix the shrimp and the crawfish together because guess what? They both are shell fish. They both are shell fish. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of seasoning to the crawfish. Not much, just a little bit. If you want to know, that is Chef Paul Prue Home. I gave y'all one little secret. Baby, get you some. You can find it at your local Walmart. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't promoting him, but I do know he go hard in the gumbo. All right, stir that around real good. Set it aside. This is for the people that can only have the chicken and sausage gumbo. Okay, we add our crawfish, our shrimp and stuff to the bowl or to the container for the ones that can have shellfish. But look at that. That's our light roux. And like, ooh, look at all that grease floating on top. That's not grease, baby. That's flavor. I done told you. That's flavor juice. Y'all just don't know nothing. Boy, I tell you, just sitting here judging ain't tasting nothing. Baby, let me tell you something. Until you have wrapped your soup coolers around this right here, you don't know what you missing. Judge your big mama. Don't judge me, baby, because I'm sorry. She gave it to you flavorless. And maybe your palate is weak. I don't know. But I ain't taste hers either, so I can't judge hers. So it is what it is. Maybe hers tastes delicious too. But this is a light roux. It is not that thick because not everybody like thick gumbo all the time. They like it with a full of meat. That's what this pot was, okay? So stay tuned. I'm already filling it up. I'm telling you, see how I got the shrimp and the crawfish set over to the side. I add a little bit of shrimp, a little bit of crawfish, stir it around in there, add more of the chicken and sausage gumbo in there. Put the lid on it and keep it pushing. See, I put the shrimp right there. And when I say a little bit of shrimp, I put a lot of shrimp. I ain't cheap. I'm gonna make sure you guys pack full of meat. Look at that. And then I pile some more of that on top. Ooh, honey. It would, baby. They love this. Even I love it. I ain't gonna serve you nothing that don't taste good to me. Cause I like flavor. I really do. I honestly have to have flavor. I gotta have flavor in my life. So that's how that batch turned out. You see what I say about light roux? That is a light colored roux, okay? Even though we cooked it a little dark, it's still considered light, all right? And it's not that thick. So it's just full of meat and all of that. What I serve it with, you get a bowl of rice. You get so this is 32 ounce. You get a 16 ounce bowl of rice and a pack of crackers. All right, now let's make our dark roux. So we're gonna heat up some bacon grease like we normally do. We're going to add in a half a cup of flour. That is a half a cup of flour. If you want yours thicker, do a full cup, 1 full cup of flour. But this is a half a cup of flour. And we're going to cook it until it turns dark, as you can see. Okay, it's gonna start out light. Remember, this video goes fast, but that roux cooks slow. Okay? You're going to cook it on medium heat and you're going to stir, 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 stir. You see how it look like chocolate? And you see how it's thick like that? That's what you want. We're going to take some of this broth. This is another pot of broth that I made, right? So, because this is the darker roux. I'm going to add in a half a cup of the broth. No, I did a full cup of broth into that dark roux. I'm stirring it, and I'm stirring it, and I'm incorporating the broth into the roux because I need the flavors to mix together before I pour it into the pot. Now I'm pouring it into the pot, right? And then we're going to stir them together. Look at that. Scrape that good. Get that in there. You need a spatula. It's what you need because you do not need to leave none of that in that pan. Yes, I do talk to myself. All right. Now, let's get to stirring. You see how that's dark and look like the swamp? If that's what you want swamp water looking gumbo, then you go with a darker, thicker roux. If you want a really thick, and then of course I'm going to add some more filet. You can find filet at Walmart or you can find it online. Okay, it's called Louisiana filet. All right, I'm going to add in, and I don't measure it, but if I was to measure it, I would say about a half a tablespoon is what I put in there, and then I stir it to see if it's at the consistency I want. If not, then I add in some more. All right, that's it. As y'all can see, it's thicker, it's darker. That is how you make a dark roux. And if you want it thick, 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 might I suggest a full cup. All right, God love you. God bless you. I love you. I bless you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. May everything you touch prosper. See? Light versus dark. Look at that. Woo! All right. See, boom. All right. See y'all on the next video. Bye.